Your emotions are keeping you broke, and I'm going to show you what you don't know so that you can implement it and change your financial situation in 90 days. Now, what are emotions? Emotions, energy in motion. Now, contrary to popular belief, life is comprised of three key factors. We have the spiritual, the psychological, and the physical. So, spiritual works hand in hand with psychological, psychological brings forth the physical manifestation. Now, what's the definition of this spiritual component here? This has to do with frequency, energy, vibration. These are the components of metaphysics that exist in our universe all around us. Now, just like the law of gravity exists, even if you do not know that the law of gravity exists and you go up a building and jump down, you are going to break your bones or possibly meet your creator. So that's how these laws exist, right? This is one of the laws of the universe. It's called the law of vibration. It's a very important component for a person to achieve abundance, manifest, a loving relationship, or just have a very beautiful life, because the spiritual controls or brings about the physical. However, 90% of people, or 95%, or even 99% of people try to control their reality or wonder why things are not going well in their reality through just physical means. Say, for example, you want to make a lot of money. You begin to work 3 jobs, 4 jobs, but you see that you might either become a slave to your jobs just so that you can keep that amount of money by working 1,000 jobs. I'm just joking. By working at least 4 jobs, doing a lot of things in the physical just so that you can have a lot of money. Whereas the other 1%, the wealthy men, the elite, the rich men, they have already had these laws of the universe that exist and they apply them in their lives, which is why you see that an average rich man doesn't have to work to make a lot of money, or he makes a lot of money from very crazy ways that you wouldn't even imagine. Like maybe building a very strange product that nobody thought or imagined was useful. Think about how the Wright brothers developed the aeroplane, right? People were like, oh my god, how is that going to work? And yada. But they just visualized that it was going to work and they went with their goal. So now this comprises of vibration, frequency, and energy, like I've said. Vibration, short form vibe. We all use the word vibe around, say, oh, my vibe is off, her vibe is off, or my energy is just down, my energy is off. Or the introverts even say, my social battery is down. What is that social battery? What is that battery? Battery is made up of energy, right? So we actually use these words around very loosely without understanding the depth of them. Money is spiritual, and for you to amass a lot of money, you first have to unlock the spirituality of it before you bring it into your physical reality. Few years ago, when I wanted to join a network marketing company, because that was the year that I said I am going to become a millionaire, and so I was looking out for all the ways. I was checking YouTube, looking for opportunities just to do something different, because I was working jobs and I knew that I'm not going to ever become a millionaire by doing any of these things. So I found myself in an international networking company, and they had like a whole procedure that I needed to take before I became a member. And one of those things were reading books. So there were books for us to read. There was Rich Dad Poor Dad and some other books, right? And those books were mindset books. They were mindset books. So books that were showing or telling stories of rich people who had succeeded, rich people who had actually written their stories. A summary of the knowledge in those different books that we needed to read to make it into the network marketing company had to do with mindset, spirituality, right? Understanding how to hack the spiritual and psychological side of life before bringing whatever reality you have into the physical. And so I, of course, did not become a millionaire that year, but something changed. I decided to put into practice the things I was learning from this network marketing group, right? I learned about the law of affirmation. I learned about, vibration, frequency, energy, all of those things, and how people, the people that we all, call powerful mentally in society, practice these things, and that's what got them to where they were. So I did something. I wrote down my affirmations, right? The affirmations consisted of what I wanted to be, my financial goal, my relationship goal. It consisted of those goals. So it was like, I think, 10 different affirmations, and then I would wake up every day and say them. I started noticing that the things that I said in my affirmation, people were mirroring them back to me in actual words. I would have an interaction with somebody, maybe go for an event or just like my random day-to-day activity, and somebody will say the exact word that I had said in my affirmation where nobody was with me. And I was like, oh, 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 okay. What is going on here? I also started noticing that with those affirmations, I started seeing myself in a type of way. I started carrying myself like a rich woman, like someone who had a lot of money. And ironically, that year, I actually started a business and got into debt. And I didn't have no money. People would tell me, oh my God, Odo, you're just giving, your vibe is giving. Are you listening to the word? Your vibe is giving this. Your vibe is giving that. That year also helped me to know God, the God of spirituality, not the God of religion. It's the one life force that is present in each and every one of us, regardless of religion, race, whatsoever. You see that those affirmations tick the law of spirituality and the psychological law. This spirituality, people were giving me feedback that my vibe is giving rich woman. Psychologically, I started to feel like in my mind I was a rich woman, even when I was broke and in debt. Guess what happened in the physical? I tried to control it in the physical. In my thinking, this is how I'm going to solve this debt. So that day I dressed up to go to work. I carried, like things for a sleepover in my bag. I'm like, I am not going to come back to my house today. Even if it means me, whether I'm standing on the road or meeting a client, because the work I was doing at the time had to do with sales, talking to people. So I was like, if I see somebody today and I tell this a man or whatever, I say, please, I beg you, help me. This is the situation I'm in. Even if you want to exchange my body, no problem. That was my thinking. And so I packed my things in my bag. After the close of work, I stayed back in my office. I was just and crying because obviously I didn't see no man that was gonna vindicate me. So I was crying. I wanted to unalive myself right there in the office. I survived that day somehow. Got a message from my mother. Her instinct had told her, so she was like, where are you? Why are you not coming back home? So I cried my way back home. I had told my colleague at the office at the time. Now this babe just had the information. Then randomly she spoke to a lady, told the lady, and the lady was like, is that it? Don't worry, I'm going to help you pay it off. I was like, huh? Hold up. You're gonna do what? She said, I'm going to help you pay it off. Although it might not be at once, maybe like in 2 tranches or 3. And I was like, Ma, is there anything I can do for you to repay you? Please, what do you want me to do for you? And she was like, no, no need though. You don't have to do anything for me. I could not believe it. I was like, eh? Is this real? This was me in my physical form, doing all sorts of things. Like I said, I packed my bag, packed my things, said I was going to do this just so that I can pay off my debt. But remember, I had done the work spiritually and psychologically, even though I did not really understand the depth of it. but I had put the teachings I had learned from that network marketing company into practice without my intervention, without my doing. The two of them handled my physical and brought a debt-free reality for me. I didn't do nothing about it. Over the years, since that incident up until now, I have obviously grown to understand these laws a lot more. I have, created different realities for myself at different points in time because I understand the laws. I just wake up and use them. And so it burdens me when I see that people are suffering. These things apply to even health, even romantic relationships. You just have to work the spiritual and psychological first to bring about the physical. So it bothers me that people don't know. And every day you see people cursing their jobs on online saying, I'm just tired of this, tired of the matrix, tired of this hustle. They're always just lamenting. If only they knew and if only they put these things into practice. So let me know in the comments if this makes any sense to you, or if you have like any questions or any topics or anything you want me to cover surrounding this. And stick around because I'm definitely going to be putting more videos regarding this on this page. Please put in the comments so that I can get feedback and also know how to help you with more information. Bye.